Hopper for me is has been a mission that aligns with my inner why. Like I like to solve problems and then create a social impact at the same time. Hello, hello. I'm Siddiqui. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Hopper. My job is to make sure Hopper is successful and any concerns and issues team has to really open up and solve any problems that anybody's having on the team and execute. At the end of the day, our mission is to really impact the patient's life by accelerating AI development and making our customers and radiologists happy and love what they do. So that's the focus, and anything that makes that happen, that's my job to get it done. Funding is all about help create inflection points in a journey for a company. So for us, our initial stages of the funding was really, can we actually do this, right? Can we build large scale foundation models? Can we build a platform? Can we actually get data contracts done to be able to do this at scale? And that's what earlier we proved. And then time came to scale. Like, how can we actually scale and serve hundreds of thousands of images at a time and scale to have multiple customers performing with no issues. And to do that scale, you need pretty significant amount of funding to be able to do this. So that led to the decision that this is the right time to raise funding to help us scale and grow. Now that we've had product market fit, and it's all about execution and commercialization now. So Hopper was started with the premise that the idea of building AI point solutions is probably obsolete. Like, how do we build solutions at scale, meaning where a particular model or single model can actually assess multiple different conditions at the same time? And how do we actually build it such that we can train large number of models much, much, much rapidly using a pre-trained model that was trained on a very large corpus of data and is just allowed to fine tune or able to fine tune on smaller scale data to be able to do those techniques. And that the goal was to integrate the findings coming out of these models straight into existing systems people already have, existing workflows people already using, and existing user interfaces they already have. So not to build a third application that radiologists or clinicians have to look at to understand what is happening, but enabling their existing PAC system, their risk systems, EHR system that require image-based results from a AI model to become AI enabled. And to do that, that means we would need to be training hundreds of thousands of models at the same time, executing on hundreds of models or thousands of models at the same time, and doing inference of, terabytes and terabytes of data at the same time. So that's what I mean by scale, right? How do we actually do scale on technology point of view? The other is scale on the commercial side of things, right? So we made a decision to really focus on channel partnerships and either work with large enterprises that already have scale of volume and scale of number of people would use the solution, as well as other partners of ours that already have big deployments in health systems, in hospitals, in radiology practices, where we can partner with and scale. So when you turn on somebody or activate a customer who does 16% of all imaging in globally, then you need to be able to scale that aspect of it accordingly, right? So how do you scale your commercial activity accordingly, and then how do you scale delivery of that promise in a meaningful manner is what I mean by execution at scale. So we'll keep most of it surprise so that people get delighted when it comes out. But you'll see a lot of amazing stuff coming out of Hopper. RSNA this year is going to be exciting. As we've been working really, really hard to get some amazing things done that'll really delight our customers. And to date, we've focused on select early partners and getting them live and making sure they love what we're doing. And very, very soon we will enable our platform and make it available to everybody who wants to use it. So just look for that news coming out very soon. Hopper for me has been a mission that aligns with my inner why. Like I like to solve problems and then create a social impact at the same time. I have so many friends who are radiologists. My spouse, my wife is also a radiologist, and seeing them burnt out, suffering has really been the motivator for why we are doing what we are doing, right? Why the idea that we want to AI enable existing workflows, existing products, rather than building another user interface, another application somebody has to look at, and why we want to partner in that manner. That's been the mission. That's been the direction we've been going towards, just because we think that's where we can really make a social impact and create change at scale, almost creating a fork in history at this time. So now we've built this foundation. Now it's time to show what AI can really do in the real world, really to make healthcare smarter, faster, and more accessible for everybody. And we're just getting started.